Evening, everybody. We've got the Hermit and the Two of Wands. Decisions, integration, isolation. I was going to say isolation, but it came out integration. So we are taking dense energies, making sense of them, transmuting them into something beautiful and positive. I think I went and I drove to drop off the Friskies application, and I swear to God, that process was more intense than any job application that I've done and any interview that I've ever done. That was pretty intense. But I think she's gonna let me volunteer there. Four of Cups, though. I think she's been burned before. So there is a certain degree of trust that she has to be willing to extend. Temperance and Strength. That is my super confirmation. Temperance and Strength together. I just separated them. Because I don't mind it when they come out, but I do want to make sure that they're shuffled fully, integrated fully back into the deck separately so they can make their way back to each other. Something here about things fitting when they're right. The Moon and the Four of Cups, there's something that we don't see, a higher purpose here that we're not quite aware of. There's been an energy the last couple days of just taking time, the Fool, taking time to enjoy the moment and isolate sometimes. I think I've been isolating sometimes. I haven't been spending a lot of time on my For You page. I haven't been like looking at people's profiles to catch up on videos, which I don't normally do anyway, but with some people I do. Knight of Cups, to make sure I see things as they're coming out. You know, because the timeline is important with some videos. Because there are times when the algorithm will put something that was posted 2 weeks ago up on your feed, and that is relevant to your circumstance. Or like a year ago, or time doesn't usually matter with readings like that. But then there are some where you need to know where they're at in congruency with where you're at. So I took a break from making sure I knew where the congruencies were. I focused on me and what I was doing and how I was feeling and what I was working on. And waited for Spirit to present a catch-up. Waited for Spirit to present a catch-up. And I think we're tying in Ace of Swords here, because the lady, I get that this was some kind of, should I say that, some kind of test for her with the Knight of Cups. I think that part of this process for her was trusting her instinct to trust me with certain variables, you know, because she's a very guarded person. She's been burned before. She had to be willing to risk a certain amount in order to say yes to me volunteering there, because I told her straight up, because she wanted to know, like, if I wanted to do this full time, if I was like trying to become a wildlife rehabilitator, blah blah blah. And I told her straight up, like, look, animals keep getting hurt in my yard. I want to help. I feel like I've been guided to come here, and if you don't want me, that's cool. I'm good. I really don't need to do this, but I feel like it's what I'm supposed to do right now. I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but for as long as I'm here, I want to help. So it's pretty much like a take me or leave me situation. And I think she's choosing to trust me. High Priestess. But I think that was her test. That was her leap. That was what she had to be able to step outside of her comfort zone in order to line up. Now, I clearly had to be willing to confront some of my shadows. I had to be doing the work throughout this process here, but Spirit gave me the next key, the next thing to work out after I finished that application. They were like, okay, you filled it out. here's the next step. And if that tracks, then now that I've turned in the application, had this interaction, we had this tete-a-tete, this should take us to the next step. Queen of Swords. Oh man, I'm getting heartburn already. That cake was so good, bro. I almost forgot to talk about the cake. All right, the pudding did not turn out to be a pudding. What happened was I made some kind of chocolate sauce emulsion by accident. And like I told my sister how I made it, and she's like, that's like a French technique for like this fish sauce. I can't believe you made it like that. But like, it's like I apparently replicated some sauce made from water and butter, but I made a chocolate spin-off of it by accident. So we ended up drizzling the chocolate sauce over the cake, and it was fucking delightful. The chocolate chips did sink to the bottom, the sun, but it almost made like a chocolate layer on the bottom, like a chocolate crust almost. And then it had the vanilla cake in the middle with the chocolate frosting, and then a drizzle of the chocolate emulsion. My ears are ringing. And she really liked it. I was really happy about that. The pudding wasn't pudding, but it worked out better. You know, what's that thing Abraham Hicks says, where things just work out for you? When you go in with that kind of mentality, things just work out. Judgment and the Fool. I think there's something here for everybody about taking a leap of faith right now. Diving head first into whatever. Cardinal. I see a cardinal. Whatever balances your scales, whatever that next step is, whatever that X factor is, whatever stepping outside your comfort zone is right now, it's time to do it. Not just for you. You're that person for other people sometimes. 8 of Wands. But you have to trust your intuition. You have to trust your gut. You have to take those leaps when they're presented to you, because that path leads to your highest timeline. That path is you walking your highest timeline. And you know what? There's going to be, should I mention that? Emperor. There's going to be confusion sometimes. There's going to be things that make you feel insecure. There's going to be things that make you feel codependent. There's going to be things that try and keep you stuck in place. But the difference is you're not normal. You're not a normal person. You don't stop when other people stop. You don't get stuck when other people get stuck. You reflect, you do the work, you move forward, and you do what's best for you. And when two people that are aligned and right for each other do what's best for them, King of Swords. Doing what's best for you is doing what's best for your divine. Doing what's best for you is doing what's best for each other and yourselves, and that works together in a very cohesive way, like an emulsion. It all ties back to chocolate sauce. It's beautiful. The sun. And these dense energies from the moon, from the ops, from wherever they come from. Because I think sometimes that that spirit lines these things up too. And it's not just all psychic attacks and evil eye. But I think sometimes they can mimic that to see what you'll do. Or maybe they allow those things to happen in order to see how you react, how you respond. And when you don't let yourself get dragged down by them, you guarantee your victory. You guarantee your ascension. You guarantee your success. Seven of Pentacles. Things are coming to fruition for everybody in divine timing. If you told me a year ago that I'd be driving, that I wouldn't be planting trees, but I'd be volunteering or trying to volunteer at a wildlife rehabilitation center, that I'd be in Maryland and not feeling trapped by it, that wherever I'm moving next isn't as far away as it seemed, that my plans had changed 100 times, I might not have believed you. But they've got a way of surprising us, don't they? And I'm kind of liking being surprised right now.